Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Itkenbeyouradventures. Happy New Year to everyone! We're just starting the first day of our 365 days of 2021 and I hope better days are coming for this year. We will not forget 2020 because we've learned something from last year. We've learned that year was a year of perspective, a year of lessons, and also a year of a lot of experiences, both the good and the bad. But in saying all of those, we carry the good ones and we hope for the best. And so this vlog is all about the 10 lessons we've learned from 2020. And so this time I've got my buddy here, Eric Von Freduluces. Introduce yourself. Yes.
Happy New Year!
He's got also his channel, Eric Von Freduluces, so please subscribe to his channel. So I'm gonna put the link below for you to like check on his channel. And also for you guys who has not yet subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. It can be your adventures to receive updates about my life here in London and anywhere else in the world. And also for those of you who have already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for supporting me in the things that I do in my channel. You guys inspire me to do the things that I love doing on my channel, and I will still continue doing it because of you. And so let's start with our vlog for today. So the very first lesson that I've learned in 2020 is to be creative. So because it's the time of pandemic, I learned how to be creative. Creative in a sense that I have to like devise alternatives because there's a lot of lockdown, so we can't just like go out here and then, there and now. So I have to like think of activities that I can do to enjoy in order for me to cope. So there are a lot of things that I've learned throughout the year. I learned to create new hobbies like cooking, baking, as well as so much vlogs. So I learned how to like develop myself. So in saying all of that, I have learned how to be creative.
So second for me is I learned to appreciate life more. We have seen the vulnerability of life this past year. We have seen the tragedies, the losses, the sorrows of a family who lost loved ones. We tend to appreciate things, their presence. In order for us to be able to do that, we try to always check on our loved ones and see that they are doing well, they are healthy enough. So that's, I think, one of the main lesson that we've learned in the last year. Appreciate life more.
The next lesson that I learned from last year is to be resilient. Last year, we have experienced a global pandemic, so everyone has actually been so challenged. The situations are very difficult, but instead of us going down, instead of us becoming depressed, we learn how to be resilient, we learn how to adapt, and we learn how to see situations with a silver lining. We have to get only the positive in order to motivate us to do good, to do our best, and to hope for the best. Because we have to know that everything has an ending. When seasons change, even the weather changes, so of course life changes and situation changes, so it's never gonna be permanent, and of course there will be an ending to this, and we have to be hopeful for it, and we have to be resilient.
So last year, I learned to appreciate my job and love my job even more. As a nurse, we've seen the worst of humanity and the worst that it can make to another human life, may it be through disaster or may it be pandemic. I've learned that becoming a nurse is not just looking after vulnerable patients, but it's also becoming a support member of the community while others cannot perform because of the restrictions. So that's, I think, one for me. I loved it even more now.
Number 5 lesson that I've learned from last year is that I learned how to appreciate small things. So from last year, because it was probably one of the most challenging year and time that I have experienced in my entire life, considering it is a global pandemic, has really affected all facets of our lives. I learned how to appreciate small things. Just even the mere fact of like surviving day by day, that's even like a blessing as well. And even having so much time to like even see your loved ones and even see friends that you haven't seen for years, being able to like reconnect to people that you haven't had contacts with for many years, it's a big thing. So you learn how to appreciate small things, the value of time, the value of love, the value of small things. You know, that's what I learned from last year. So that's very important, I think.
I learned actually to appreciate having a support system. May it be from a distance or may it be with you, family member or someone living with. A lot of us were separated from family members and a lot of us were isolated, and having a support system made us through 2020. I think these restrictions not only gave us physical challenges but also mental challenges is a lot worse actually. So I think the support system is now appreciated more, and we give value to them now and we give appreciation to them now. Even kind words and simple words of encouragement that you can do this is really helpful.
I learned the value of reflection. So when was the last time that you really have reflected about yourself? I think because it was really challenging, and most of the time there are a lot of restrictions. We can't just like go out every now and then on our homes. There are a lot of times for you to like really reflect about yourself and also how your life was and how it's gonna be. So I learned how to like really value reflection, and you know, it has gave me a chance to like rediscover myself again. What are my strengths and my weaknesses, and how can I use my weaknesses to become strengths, and also how I can use my life to have a purpose and to have a direction. Just because, you know, it has given me so much time to like really reflect on myself. So that's one thing that I've learned, the value of reflection.
Most important aspect of life that 2020 gave me is valuing time. We saw how everything passed through our eyes in 2020, and some of the events were unexpected, some of them were expected, some were really worse. So with time, we value it by making sure we live with a quality life. When I say quality life, doesn't mean that you need to be successful. It just needs to for you to be happy. Happier in the sense that you are with your family, if there's no family, any support system, or you are satisfied with your life, that you are able to say that you have lived a good life. So I think valuing time, because time we cannot get it back when it's lost. So you just live your life to the fullest, because after all, that is your time and you must cherish it.
We're now down to the very last lesson. This is the most important probably lesson that I've learned from last year, is I think I learned how to be simple. Why did I say so? Because there's a lot of restrictions. It was the most challenging year of our lives, probably because, you know, there's a lot of restrictions. We weren't able to do a lot of things that we love doing, like traveling, getting out, socializing because of the pandemic. It has taught me how to appreciate the simplicity of life. We don't need so much things in order for us to survive or in order for us to enjoy life, but we just need essential things in order for us to enjoy and appreciate what we have. Just to have the value of time for ourselves, for our family, and even just a simple gesture that someone remembers us, someone out there reaches out a hand to help us through the rough times, through the challenging times, makes a lot of difference. You only need the essential things in life, which are intangible things. These are values, character, that sense of hope, that sense of faith, that sense of positivity, that all things work together for good, and that if you know how to appreciate what you have, there will be more blessings and there will be a new hope that awaits for you. So guys, thank you so much for being with us. I hope that you get something from the lessons that we've learned from last year, and I hope and I pray that better days are coming for this year. We're opening a new book again on our 365 days to make things happen for us, new goals to crack on, new dreams to reach, and new stars to achieve. So anything, yeah.
Happy New Year, guys. I hope you are all safe, and keep safe everyone, keep healthy, and look after yourselves.
If you like the video, please press like button, and also bring down your comments down below, your wishes as well, and always remember, it can be your adventures.